how did this all come about? Because that's not the way we're used to using those phrases. Kind of in modern Christianity, these last days, the end times is all about when everything falls apart and there's an antichrist and a beast and all sorts of bad stuff happening. It's a little different than the way the Bible uses it. In the Bible, there are two ages, so to speak. And this is both throughout the Old Testament and the New Testament. The first age is usually called this present age, or when the writers of the Bible are feeling particularly snarky, they'll say this present evil age. And then there's the age they look forward to, which is the age to come, which is also sometimes called the kingdom of God. What the Old Testament says very clearly is the sign of the age to come is when the dead start rising. When resurrection happens, when people rise from the dead, then the age to come breaks into this present age and God's kingdom comes and floods the earth. If you read around about Jesus' resurrection, particularly in Matthew chapter 27, you discover not only was Jesus raised from the dead, but many other people who worshiped Israel's God were raised from the dead at the same time. So if the sure and certain sign that the age to come is broken is resurrection, that certainly looks like with Jesus' resurrection, then the age to come is broken in. But wait a second, isn't that when God's kingdom is fully established and we still have Caesar on the throne and Herod's on the throne? What do we do with that? It appears that these two ages are overlapping. So we have the kingdom of God has broken in, but this present age seems to still be here. So the disciples coin a term for this overlap, and it's all over the New Testament. They borrow it from Isaiah 2, and it's these last days. Peter and Jude call it these last times. And that may be where people got the end times. But again, all the way across the New Testament, the writers believe that they were living in this overlap period called these last days. So are we too. So it's not really about a when, but a what. It's a quality of life. It's a kind of life. And so as followers of Jesus, we live in the kingdom of God, but we also have a foot still in this present age.